fights. So the UFC just announced possibly one of the best UFC fights of the year. I know it's early, but I'm very certain this is going to be one of the best fights of the year. We have Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira 2 for the BMF belt. I just want to talk a little bit about it. It's been a while since I've been this excited for a UFC matchup, I should say. I think the last time I was this excited for a fight was Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I just think this is a fight for like this fight's pretty much built for the fans. Like it's a good way of matchmaking and figuring out like a lot of questions whether Charles Oliveira is better at lightweight compared to Max Holloway, or if that first fight with them, Charles was just too young or something, or if there was really an injury involved. So this is just a really good way of sorting it all out, mixed with just the involvement and like the improvements from both these fighters. Both have improved drastically since then. Charles Oliveira's had like how many finishes since? Like a lot. And same with Max Holloway. He's had a lot of finishes as well. So it's like, how do they pair together at lightweight? Is what everyone wants to know. Does Charles Oliveira possess the BJJ skills, which we all know he does, to stay on the ground with Max Holloway and submit him? Does Max Holloway have the power to knock out Charles Oliveira like Ilia Topuria did? It's just there's a lot of unknowns in this fight, and that's really exciting. There's so many different ways this fight can go. If it stays on the feet, I'm curious to see how Charles does with someone like Max Holloway with so much volume and just like unique striking, or just really like an educated person on the stand up. And then how does Max Holloway do on the floor with Charles Oliveira, right? It's just a lot of cool things in this matchup that makes it very exciting for people watching, because at the end of the day, UFC is supposed to be a place for entertaining fights. It's not always about who's the best. It's not always about who's gonna fight next for the title. Sometimes they just want to make fights that make the fans excited to see. Like it's like with Conor McGregor. No one cares that he's gonna be coming back to fight for the belt. They just want to see him fight. It's a similar situation. Like I would love to see Max Holloway or Charles Oliveira fight for the belt again, but I'm completely fine with just watching entertaining fights from these two. Because they're both very big draws, even without a belt involved. So it's just overall a really great matchup. There's a lot of other matchups this year. I'm blanking on some of them, but we got Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett, which I talked about, which is a very exciting matchup as well. Even though I don't think it's necessary to be for the interim belt, but it is what it is. The UFC is gonna do what it wants to do. Yeah, this is just a really great matchup. Like it's it's no secret. Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira are definitely going up in age now. I believe Charles Oliveira is near the 40s now. Then Max should be like 36, 35. I could be wrong. So I'm really happy that we're getting this fight before they're both out of their prime. It feels like both are very fresh fighters still, which is one of the best things to see as you're getting older. We've seen a lot of people due to their age, get in the octagon and they're not as fresh as they used to be. And I hate seeing that. And I would hate for these two to be matched up together when they're both out of their prime, or just both like on the decline, I should say. Which it feels very much like both these fighters are still fresh and still, ready to go. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about it. I always get really excited about these kind of matchups because they really show UFC fans that the UFC really cares about us in some areas, and it gives people that have never watched UFC a chance to really show what it can do with the right matchups. I love those enjoying super intense fights like this, and it's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about it. I'm really excited about that. We'll see what happens. I hope they don't have a dumb scenario where like one of them misses weight or somebody pulls out. Um, Seen that too many times with these large fights, and it just sucks to see. I don't think it will, because I don't think Max Holloway's missed weight in like his whole UFC career, and I think Charles only missed weight once when he was fighting Justin Gaethje. So I don't think it's really a possibility. I don't think it's gonna happen, but never know. So yeah, really exciting fights.